Today, I'm breaking down Gorilla Juice Coconut Jacuzzi from Ascension Brewing Company in Novi, Michigan. This could be the end of me. Gorilla Juice Coconut Jacuzzi is clocking in at an astonishing 16% ABV, guys. Keep in mind, this is not barrel aged. It's an Imperial Stout as is. It is brewed with coconut, toasted coconut, coffee, marshmallow, and vanilla. There must be a ton of malts driven into this beer to get it up to 16% ABV. Typically, I would let this beer warm up, but it is such high ABV, I am going to drink it cold as recommended per the can. It says keep refrigerated at all times. So I'm going to listen to Ascension at this point. I made my way to Ascension this last weekend. I was visiting friends and family downstate. Made my way over to Ascension, had a great beer on tap, and left one and done. I had 420. It was clearly what was remaining from their 420 stash. It was a very good West Coast beer. So on my way out, I had to get some to-go beer. I got some sours for my wife. I got a hazy IPA, Dippa. I split that with some friends. But today it's Gorilla Juice Coconut Jacuzzi. I believe I've had the base of this years and years ago. I mean, 3, 4, 5 years ago, something like that. But I've not had the Coconut Jacuzzi version, so we're going to break into this one, guys, and see what it is. I got the proper glassware, the Ascension glassware, which I've had for several years. And we're going to see. I don't know. This is scary, guys. Again, this isn't barrel aged, but a lot of malt must be driven into this beer to get it to 16%. So as I pour it, it is not pitch black. Indeed, it is brown. Dark, oily brown, we'll just say. Not a big deal of head retention, but how could there be at 16%? There's a thin layer of charred mocha head. A little bit darker, a little bit more toasty. You got the slick copper motor oil on top. There's a little bit of head retention, no lie. I love it in this glass. Looks black and cola-like when you look at that, but let's go to the aroma. Tons of toasted malts. Wow. A little bit of dark fruit. Raisin-like quality. Yeah, there's this nuttiness. It smells coconutty, almondy. Wow. Yeah, those are toasted coconuts. For sure, and it's got not the artificial touch. You know, sometimes it tastes like and smells like suntan lotion. Not today, not the case. It's like you're in the kitchen, you're cooking. You know, you got the baker on there getting ready to do some of the cakes. You got the toasted almonds, the coconuts just frying up on the pan. Smells like that. Smells like there's a little bit of coffee, maybe outshined by the toastiness. Little cake-like quality. You know, the vanilla touch, the sweetness, it's in there. With all that being said, I feel like coffee is outshined by the sweetness for sure. Dark fruits are subtle. They're on the sweeter end, almost like a cherry, cordial sweetness to this beer, but obviously not in here. It's just there is clearly a lot of sweetness on the nose. I love the coconut. I feel like it could be overdone. I feel like it's not in this case, at least on my nose. It doesn't dominate everything and ruin the beer at first impressions here, but let's dive in. Let's get a taste from Ascension, the Gorilla Juice Coconut Jacuzzi. Crazy name. I love that place. Can't wait to go back as soon as possible. Cheers. Viscous, oily, thick, darkness, crazy. So yeah, is this beer going to be nuts as it warms up? Very likely, but the sweetness is overwhelming on this beer. It's vanilla cake frosting. It's very much a little bit of dark fruit raisin, but that's subdued. That's on the back burner. The toasted coconut is not overdone. It's rich, flaked coconuts. It's decadence. It's richness. It's just the right amount. Let's put it that way. I like where this beer has gone with the coconut not being in the suntan lotion category. Yes, the vanilla sweetness, the malty, toasty sweetness is very, very present in this beer, but is it drinkable at an astonishing 16%? Absolutely. It's mind-boggling how drinkable this beer could be if you're ready to get that oil down in your chest. There's not much of a warming with this refrigeration going on. chewy. Man, it's a delightful treat at the end of the day. Like, yes, this is cake. This is like a touch of like coconut Snickers bar. It's ganache, kind of chocolatey milkiness. It's rich roasted coffee, but that's again on the back burner compared to everything else. It's a crazy beer. It's a freaking crazy beer. I mean, how could you dislike it at 16%? This is meant to be a sipper, guys. But when it's cold, and hey, that was their recommendation from Ascension, drink it cold. Okay, I'll do that. But now I might be digging an early grave. So to sum this beer up, is it good? Absolutely. Is it next level? Yes, it is. Is it something you want to sip over and over again? Maybe not. It could get a little tiresome on the palate. It could get a little worrisome for your well-being. It's a lot of alcohol. With all that being said, it is very sweet. It's like melted marshmallow on a little bit of espresso bean, on a little bit of chocolatey ganache, on a little bit of dark fruit. It's good. It's ridiculous. It's next level. Barrel aging this would just take it to what, 19-20%? I don't know, so I don't ever recommend that Ascension does that, but it's Ascension. They do crazy things. It's a mind-boggling beer, and so with all that being said, I'm going to put this beer in a pretty awesome category, which is going to be a 4.7 out of 5 because it's just stupid ridiculous. Shout out to them, man. Gorilla Juice, Coconut Jacuzzi. Coconut's not overdone. It's not artificial. It's not fake. It's a real deal, and 16% is going down a little too smoothly with like just a touch of alcohol warming. So 4.7 out of 5, guys. It is what it is. Beware. Proceed with caution. Prost. Cheers. Yamas. Till next time. Whatever you want to say. Cheers, man. Whoa.